Welcome. In front of me is a Nokia 5.1 and today I will show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So we're going to begin with the Themes option, which is located under Settings and Display. And what it will do is just change kind of like accent color. So as you can see now it's white, you can change it to dark. And by default I believe it's set to be based on wallpaper, but you can change it. So if you go into the Display and then Advanced, at the bottom you will find Device Theme, and you have Automatic, Light or Dark. So right now it's on Light, so I'm just gonna set to Dark. If I pull down the panel, as you can see now it's dark. So this is the first thing. You can also change it to Light or keep it as based on wallpaper, and then when you change the wallpaper it will keep kind of changing based on the wallpaper that you have and how bright or dim it is. So then we're gonna move into the option for hiding a password. So basically when you're typing a password, let me actually demonstrate what I mean. So I'm just gonna go into account and let's just add an account, whatever. Not sure if I can add the same one, so let's try. I guess I can't. Okay, so as you can see now we have the enter password, and normally when you start typing a password, I press H for instance, it pops up with a letter, the first letter that I just typed, and continues. So if someone is actually looking over your shoulder, they can actually gather your entire password based on whatever you're typing, and they can always see each next letter of the password. So now if I would actually go back out and can go into the security and privacy, so right here, and from here it should be right here, show password. And if you disable that, and now if I go back to the accounts again, just tap on add, and let's do that again. So now if I start typing password, you can see that each dot is already basically a dot. There is no letter visible at all underneath it. So it makes it a little bit harder, I guess, if someone is trying to peek over your shoulder and gather your password based on what is showing up here. So that is a nice feature, I would say. Now we're gonna go into the basically removal of animations. So basically whatever you do, you have kind of like animations of sliding up and down, kind of popping in and out. And if you go into the accessibility, so right here, also in the settings, and then you should see remove animations. So if you check that on, now there will be no more animations, everything will be just instant. So as you can see, everything I'm doing has no more animations, apart from like some subtle weird ones in the background. There's also I guess a little bit less intensive version of this. So if you go back into the settings and go into the system, let's go advanced or about phone, and then find build number, which is at the bottom, tap it 7 times to enable developer options. And if you go back 1 point, you will be in here. You will see the option now up here. And from the developer options, if you scroll, where is it? There it is. So you have transition, animation scale, animation duration scale, and window animation scale. Okay, there we go. And basically, when you tap on each one of them, you can choose the speed of it. So right now it's off because we have set it in the settings to off, but you can set it to, for instance, half speed. And each one of them corresponds to different kind of animation. So window animation scale is basically this window that has appeared right now, and basically how fast it goes. So if I, for instance, change it to times 10 and now open it, you can see it fading in super slowly. Now 1 is the default, half is just half of the default. We have also the animation duration and transition animation scale. So now, as you can see, everything has again the animations, but they're way quicker than they were previously, but they're still animated. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the multitasking. So you go back out and you open up recent apps, basically by pulling just a tiny bit. I'm actually gonna open up something like YouTube, if I can find it quickly, right here. So now I could basically hold the icon of YouTube and you will have the option split screen. You tap on it and then it allows you to choose another app that you want to open up along with the one that is right now. So you could theoretically, let's say, open up Chrome, tap on OK, and you can watch something in here. Let's just close this. But you can basically watch something here, minimize it, kind of make it smaller, and basically it will take the entire screen there, the video, and then you can continue to do whatever you want over here while the video is playing because it's still open. And as we all know, YouTube closes out or pauses whatever you're trying to listen to if it's not in the foreground. So the last thing I wanted to show is the multiple users, and I already have it set up. So if I close this and go into the settings, then go into system, which is at the bottom, extend this, and you will have multiple users. And as you can see, actually I don't have it, so you could have guest, or you can just add a new one and give it a moment. It takes a little bit to create. It basically takes you through a setup of the device as similar to when the device is hard reset. So you could connect here to Google if you wish, and basically have a second Google account on a different user. Okay, and finally, so as you can see, you can add a new account, or you can just skip it. Just confirm all of this. And you can also add another protection if you like. But I just kind of want to get through it fairly quickly. So now we're basically on the other user, and if you lock the device, you can pull down the panel and you'll have now here this icon right here for like user, and if you tap on it, you will see a new user and owner. Owner is the one that we have been using previously, and the new user is basically the one that I just set up right now. And if you tap on the owner, it will start switching to it, and now we can unlock. So now you can unlock the device and we should be back where we left off. And you can freely switch between both of those users if you like, just by simply tapping on it and then choosing a different one. And yeah, so if you found any of these tweaks and tricks helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.